going on YouTube? But Great Blades here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Hinderer Jurassic. Let's start with a measurement on the overall size here. So overall size here, we're looking at about 7.6 inches here. Blade length, we're looking at 3.5 inches, and cutting edge, we're looking about 3.1 inches. Do a measurement on the blade stock thickness here. So I'm looking at about 165 thousandths here. Do a size comparison real quick here with the Demco 20.5. This one with original goat scales on it. I'll link that down below. And then with the QSP Penguin. So as you can see, it is at a little bit of an angle here. It's a little bit longer than the 20.5, and then quite a bit longer than something like the QSP Penguin. Do a quick carry profile. So compared to the Penguin, it is thicker than something like the Penguin. And then compared to the 20.5, it is also just a little bit thicker than that. So it won't be terrible to carry in your pocket, but it is a little bit thicker than both of those. Do a measurement on the weight here. So the weight, this one has full titanium scale, so it's going to be a little bit heavier than it would be normally with the G10 scales, but we're looking at about 6.4 ounces there with the titanium scale. Yeah, so this one I bought, I think 3 years ago now, 2021 maybe, maybe 2022, but this one had just been sitting on the oh my god, the Hinderer site there, and so I picked one up. I had watched some other reviews on it and things like that. So I knew that a lot of people were praising how comfortable it was. So I decided to pick one up and test it out for myself. Originally this was a red G10 scale on here, but I eventually, they did stock some titanium scales for the Jurassic, so I also picked that up. So now it's just a plain kind of stonewash, all titanium USA knife, and this one is the textured titanium there. They also make the flat ones, but I just went with just a plain stonewash and textured, just to give it a little bit of grip there. So this one is in 20 CV, if you can see there. 20 CV. And then, like I said, this is the stonewash one. and what was I going to say? It's flat ground. I guess you would call this a drop point. At least that's what I'm going to call it, drop point blade. It is a frame lock, and it does have a flipper and thumb studs. I think at least on this particular one, I would say the thumb studs are actually pretty good. I know they're kind of more Hinderer thumb studs. They act as an external stop as well, so there's a little notch cut out here on the top of the scale that it locks into there, and that kind of adds a little bit more rigidity and kind of sturdiness, durability, if you will, strength to the lockup here. So they're really more for external stops than they are for opening the knife. I mean, you can do it obviously, but it is a bit more difficult. Don't think you can reverse flick this one. I'll give it a try. Oh, you can. Okay. And then obviously the flipper, and I would say this one is definitely a light switcher and not a push button. And even then, I think I might need a couple drops of oil in this one here. But yeah, flipper and thumb studs, and you can actually reverse flick it. And then this is I don't know the gens of Hinderers quite like that, but I do know that this one is at least tri-way. If you can see, there's got the tri-way logo, so it comes with phosphor bronze, Teflon, and washers, like ceramic washers. This one, I believe, what do I have installed on here? I believe I have ceramic on this one. I'd have to disassemble it to be sure, but I think I have the ceramic on here. Yeah, ergonomically speaking, I think this is probably one of Hinderer's more comfortable knives. I know everyone loves the XM18, but honestly, the Jurassic is very, very comfortable. I mean, the little thumb ramp they have here is excellent. There is a little bit of jimping on the top of the spine there. It doesn't go out too much further onto the top of the blade there, but it is the entire way on this flat section, and it is pretty good. But your thumb sits here, and you are locked in. It is comfortable, and then of course they've got a finger choil at the front as well. If you want to do that, you can choke up just a little bit there, but you know, they kind of have some spots here for your fingers to go, and then you just kind of whatever you want to do with your other fingers there. But it is a, for me anyways, full 4-finger grip knife here. The pocket clip is reversible, right-handed only on this one. They do make lefty models for some. I don't think they make lefty Jurassics. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I don't think they do. But it is reversible, right hand, tip up or tip down, for whatever your preference is there. But the clip is comfortable. You know, you don't feel it when you're squeezing down on the knife here, and it works just fine in and out of the pocket. I know a lot of people think it's kind of boring, since it's just kind of like a stamped clip and it's not, you know, milled or anything like that, but that doesn't really bother me. It works fine for me. And then they do have some scalloping on the inside there, so you can get good access to the lock bar there to disengage it. And yeah, I mean, if you know Hinderer, you know they're pretty good quality. All USA made, of course. if that matters to you. Personally, it doesn't for me, but it is nice. Of course, with that being said, with it being a USA knife, it is going to be a little bit expensive. Without the tie scale, they are $425 for the G10, and then the tie scales, depending on the one you're getting, if it's not like a special finish or anything like that, they're $200. So this is $625 as it is right now. They also sell different color and material hardware for the screws, the pivot, the clips. There's also different clips if you want something different for that, and the filler tab as well. There's different filler tabs. Yeah, like I said, I think this is one of Hinderer's best knives, honestly. I think it's pretty underrated, truthfully. I think most people go for the XM18 because that's sort of like the classic Hinderer design. You know, that's what most people get as their first one, and that's the first one that people hear about. But I think the Jurassic is really, really solid. I mean, it's, in my opinion, I think more comfortable than the XM18 in hand, at least in my hands. I think it's really, really comfortable. It's definitely a workhorse of a knife. I mean, you can really use this knife, which is nice. It's thick enough behind the edge, or at the spine rather, that it's going to have enough strength to do pretty much whatever you need it to do. And it's reasonably slicey down at the edge there, so it will cut just fine. And of course, being a sort of drop point here, it does have a nice pokey tip and then lots of belly. So slicing, poking, whatever you need to do, this knife will definitely be able to handle it. And then with the tie scales, it is obviously heavier, so if that's not something you're after, I would just keep the stock G10 scale, but it definitely feels a lot more substantial in the hand when you have the tie scale on it. I'm not sure I really have anything else to say. I mean, you know, Hinderer's been around a long time, and I think most people in the knife community, at least people that have been around a decent amount of time, know about these knives. So I'm not really saying anything that anyone else hasn't said before, but I think that's going to be it. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to like and subscribe, because I will be posting more videos, of course. And let me know down below what you think. Do you own a Jurassic? Have you owned a Jurassic? Do you think that they are better or worse than the XM18 or any of the other models? Let me know down below. But I will see you guys next time. Bye.